All right, so I got a 1999 Honda Civic. It's also a manual transmission. This customer's complaint is it intermittently stalls, like maybe after 20 minutes of driving or so. So that's all the information we get. So what do? You mess around and you try to make it stall. And we finally found the reason. I wonder if it's going to do it again. So you see all the lights on the dash. Oh, it also has 177,000 kilometers, so that's about 100,000 miles. So the customer's complaint, we were able to duplicate it because it's stalled. I'm going to start it up, okay? There. And then all the lights go out on the dash while the ignition is still in the running position. So now I can keep cranking it and it stalls out. See? And that's it. So let's see if I can get it to keep running. Yeah, so it's running right now. And let's see if I can just jiggle this. There we go. See? Went right out. It didn't get out of the crank position. So, and all the lights are all out. So we just got a bad, yeah, position. Yeah, we just got a bad ignition switch here. Right? Yeah. Now it just cranks, stalls, and then that's it. So it's running. There, see? See? Key, no lights on the dash. Running. Oh, not doing it. Maybe you fixed it. All the lights are on the dash are on. Oh, there you go. See? All the lights are out. I just give it a little jiggle. And then no lights. So there's our intermittent stalling issue. So 1999 Honda Civic, if you guys got a car that intermittently stalls, try and check your ignition switch. It's doesn't have many miles on it, but you know, nothing lasts forever, right? Anyways, quick video. All right, so some time has passed. I don't think I said this, but I think the customer has a set of keys that they hang on this key, and it kind of just, you know, maybe that's why the car stalls. But the key tag, and the ring is what we put on there. So I guess they just drop off the key for us. But surprisingly, for a 99 Civic, we actually got a part in for this car. I'm surprised they still make parts for a 90 Civic, but that's the part number for the ignition switch. And yeah, I think people in the comments, I read all your comments, have these 90 Civics with manual transmission, because I read all your guys' comments. You might be interested in this video, so you know, if you have the same issue, let me just show you what it takes to replace this ignition switch. So that's the part number right there. Assembled in USA. So it's already, I think there's supposed to be this little rubber grommet that goes around here, but that's already missing. Same thing on this side. So I think somebody's been here already. But I think there's a couple screws on the bottom for the bottom cover. Yeah, there's those screws there. And then there's one screw back there. What else? Yeah, and I think the top part just clips onto the bottom part. So that's what it takes to get it out. I'm thinking I might have to pull this bottom panel off, because the harness probably runs down there somewhere. Well, we'll see when I get there. But let me just start taking stuff apart. Grommet inside is where you would release the clip that clips onto the top, so you don't break that tab when you're completely pulling it apart. So take your little pick, pop that off so your top part separates from the bottom. And then we're gonna go over to this side, and then And we're gonna do the same thing with this clip, so that way it separates from the bottom. Can't see. I can see it with the camera, but can't see it with when I can't stick my head far enough in there. Did I separate it? Oh, there you go. Now it's completely off. So now we got that separated from the top part, and it falls right out. Yeah, someone's already broken it. See? How about the bottom part? Yeah, someone's already broke the bottom part. Yeah. Oh well, at least you guys know. And then we're gonna find our ignition switch, which is this guy right here. And the harness runs all the way down there. Yeah, there's the harness. So, a couple screws here, that should come off. And then I'm gonna follow the wire. And we might not have to take the cover here off because I can probably get at it back here. So let me get that out. Alright, so I did have to remove this panel. There's a screw there. That screw on the bottom, right there. Held in by clips, right? These little clips. And it just pops right off. What I didn't know is that ignition switch wire, all that runs into this fuse box. This is one of them. And then the other one goes right up to that connector right there, that brown one I'm pointing at. So, and then it's held in by a zip tie because that bag has a new zip tie in it for you to put it in. So that's what it looks like with the covers off. And then you just route the wires back with this ignition switch. So I hope that all helps you guys with the, you know, your 90s Civic. Anyways, let me just get the thing replaced and put it back together, and then make sure everything is working and all fine and dandy. Right, so I got it disconnected. One thing I noticed is there's these two wires, and it's not part of this harness. So I got to de-pin those, and then stick those pins into the same spot that I'm taking it out from. Yeah, so I think these two wires are just for the ignition lock. I think it's just to help, like, it's just to prevent the key from popping out when you have it in the other positions. Can't remember, because they're really bad for them in you know, the early 2000s, because the pin doesn't. I guess what happens is there's a recall on it. It was a long time ago, but what happens is you can have the car in the run position and you can pull the key out, and that's what the recall was. So you can have the key in the run position, but the key comes out because that lock doesn't prevent the key from coming out. That's what it is. So I gotta pull the two pins out and then repin it. So it's gonna be this one, this top one, and then the middle one on the bottom. So let me get those guys out, and I'll show you how I get them out. Right, so if you ever were a Honda tech and you went to all your Honda training, there's actually a course on how to de-pin every different kind of Honda connectors. So with this big one, you see the white tab here and the white tab here, and you see the white this thing. I don't know what you call it, but it's just the locking tab to prevent the pins coming out. So let me set you up. But basically, you're gonna push these sides, push these guys, and then pop it up. Same thing with the other side. You're gonna pop that up, and then let me just do it, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so this is up. So you pop this guy up after you push it on each side. It'll click into place, right? And then what you're gonna do is inside the connector, there's gonna be a little flap. I don't know how well you can see that little flap in there. On the for instance, this top one on the bottom, you see a little flap. You gotta get your little pick tool. And then you're gonna go in there, push that tab downwards, and then you can slide the pin out. So let me just do this real quick. Maybe set you up there. So you gotta, I don't know if the camera is showing it, but you just stick it in there, and then this wire should come out. Okay, so make sure you completely pull this thing out, because I thought it just comes up and then you just pull the pins, but you got to pull it out completely so you can release the tab on the inside of that thing to pull this guy out. So that's out. Make sure you don't mix them up. So I'm just gonna stick it into this guy while I have one of them out, and then I'll put the other one in. Okay, so everything is back. They give you extra zip ties in case I feel like the harness on the new one's a little longer, so they got an extra zip tie. Yeah, and then they give you a new zip tie to click it into the hole there for that. So let's make sure everything is all good before we put all our plastic stuff back together. Ooh, nice and tight. There we go. There's our, yeah, nice, because, yeah, usually it's like you go to start it, and then you quickly let go, and it just dies. So, there you go, fixed. Even if I jiggle it, I would have to, see? You still have lights on the dash. So like if I, yeah, even if I jiggle it, the lights still stay on the ignition. So there you go, bad ignition switch on a 1999 Honda Civic. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment down below, and if my video helped you in any way, please let me know in the comments. See you next time.